Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Ryal Thomas. The title of the show this evening is The Gift of Life. And I want to take my time with this because it's so much to be appreciated. It's so much to be said about this. But I want us as individuals to take a look at the gift that we all have received as far as life is concerned. This journey that we are on, it's a gift. It's a gift. We're born into this world, and we actually exit this world, of course. But while we are on this journey, we need to try to make the best of it. We don't need to count all the mistakes that we have made, all the things that we know that we shouldn't have said, all the things that we shouldn't have done. We should look at those as learning experiences and move beyond that. Move beyond that, because there's no need focusing on the mistakes that we have made in the past, or maybe even present mistakes. What we need to focus on is the journey. Where are we going? What are we trying to do? Because this is a one-time situation on this level. This is a one-time situation. We shouldn't be taking this for granted and getting involved in things that we know that's not going to be beneficial to us. We need to think about these decisions that we make. We need to look at this as a precious gift, because not everyone, and sometimes including myself, really look at the fact that, hey, look how beautiful this is. Look at the people around us. Look at our friends. Look at our families. Look at the birds. Look at the bees. Look at the trees. Look at the animals. Man, we're not here alone. This is a gift. And I'm going to move into some things this evening, and I hope this helps some individuals, because I know it's going to definitely help me to express how I feel about things. I look at what's going on around the world today. I look at it and and I don't know if it's just what's being put out there as far as the media is concerned, but I look at people losing their lives. I look at individuals making mistakes and not even knowing the impact that it's doing to their loved ones, their family members. I don't even know if people are just acting on impulse, or people are just following a trend, or maybe this is actually in their heart. I look at this hate that happens to be present at the moment. Is this truly in your heart? Is this truly in your heart when you can show hate to someone based on something that you don't agree with, such as maybe someone's color, or someone's religion, or someone's weight? I don't grasp this. I don't understand why we cannot see, or maybe you, the individual who's looking at this tonight, can sit around and talk so negatively about things that you know that's going to put you, your life, your family members, your loved ones in a situation where they may be mourning for you. They may get to the point where you have committed such an act that you have to leave for a long period of time, or maybe just for a moment. What do you say, or what do we say to the little boy, to the little boy who's waiting for daddy to take him fishing? What do we say to the little girl that's waiting for daddy to come home and tuck her in? What do we say when we let our feelings of hate put us in a situation where we're no longer around? You know, you may be married right now, or you may have a significant other, and they're depending on your income. They're depending on your presence. They're depending on you being a part of their life. When you may have taken these wedding vows and you may have said, "To death do us part." And regardless of that, when you start to allow your friends or the media or just personal feelings that you may feel about someone, and those feelings start to dictate your direction in a negative way, we need to stop and think not about ourselves, but we need to think about, what am I in the process of doing to the family? How can you say you love your child, or you love your wife, or you love your husband when you are involved in acts that's going to separate you from them? Maybe for a year, maybe for 2 years, maybe for a lifetime. What about the mother that's been waiting on a grandchild for years? And because of your activities, you incarcerate yourself, or you may happen to bring death to your doorstep at an early age, or at a time when death doesn't supposed to be there. What happens to that mother who's crying for her child? What happens to the nightmares that the children may have because mommy's not home or daddy's not home? Do you understand where I'm trying to go with this? Do you understand it's not about you? It's not about you. It's not about them. It's about what you are delivering to your loved ones, what you are delivering to your friends. Do you think the individuals that may be promoting this, or may be pushing you to do things that may be not really in your heart, do you think if something happens to you, a fatality takes place, and you happen to be that one, do you think the individuals who were pushing you out there, who was cheering you on to commit a certain act, and all of a sudden you lose your life, do you think they're going to be jumping in the casket with you? Do you think they're going to be saying, "Hey, I'm going with him this evening," or "I'm going with her this evening"? No, they may not, and 9 times out of 10, they won't even show up to your funeral. They will not even send your loved ones sympathy cards. So we must ask ourselves, do we take this gift of life and just totally ignore it, ignore the fact that it is a gift? Do we do that? Do we let other people and other things and other feelings and other attitudes dictate to us how we should live our life when it's a gift? It confuses me. It actually does. if I give you or someone gives you a brand new car and you take it out there and you want to put it in a demolition derby, why? Why would you create? Why, maybe I should say, why do we create such a destructive attitude towards something or someone? This whole situation has started to bother me to the point where I start to think about things, where I'm going. Is it all right to go over here? Is it all right to say this? Or should I walk this way? Or should I go in this store? Man, that does not supposed to be on this journey. That should not be on this journey. We should be free. All people of all races should be free to walk and talk and do anything they want to do without physically harming someone else. We shouldn't have to second guess, is this the right store to go in? Or is this the right neighborhood to walk in? I mean, what are we doing? Are we creating a dangerous society? So with these feelings, these questionable feelings that you may have, is this really what you want your kids, your children to be exposed to? Do you really want your children to come up in a world of confusion, just like you show love to your children when they're home, show love to your wife or your husband when you guys are home? That same feeling should be expressed when you walk out the door. That same feeling should be expressed when you see someone. All of this finger popping and this hate and pointing the finger at someone because they may have pulled out in front of you, or someone may have made a mistake or said something wrong, and you wind up changing your whole life because of a moment. A moment. You know, I'm personally not into, pro-white, pro-black, pro any race. I'm pro-human. I'm just pro-human. Because I've seen things, and I talk to the elderly. And a lot of elderly people, I talk to them, and I really enjoy talking to them because they've seen things through their lifetime. And as we get older and we move closer to death, people's feelings change. People become more sensitive to other people's feelings. People become more loving for the most. Because they look back and some of the things they may have said or some of the things they may have done, they realize that none of it was even worthwhile. None of it was even making a difference in their life. Now here we are of age, 85, 90, and we're getting ready to check out. And you start to look back on your life and you start to think, what have I done? What type of message have I left for my kids or my grandkids, or maybe even so, my great-grandkids? Did I tell them stories of love? Did I tell them to respect everyone? Or did I push hate in their heart? Did I position them to feel the present way I presently feel? Or did I encourage them when they are of age heading to the golden gates? Did I encourage them, or did I deliver love in their heart so when their time comes, they will have a smile on their face? Did I put that in their hearts? Or did I send them on a path of confusion? You know, I look at the news and you know, I don't know what to say sometimes. You know, last week I actually saw a group of individuals who had committed, well, allegedly committed a certain act, and they all were facing life. And, you know, we all make mistakes. You know, I've made them, you've made them, you know, but we're supposed to learn from our mistakes and move on. You know, when you trip and fall down in life, when you stay down, that's what happens. You still see the ground. But if you can look up, you can get up. And if you get up in a direction where you realize you tripped, but you must continue this race. You must continue this path. You must continue to go through this journey of life. And if mistakes have been made, correct them. But I looked at these individuals and I said to myself, man, they're children. What are their children going through? What are their wives going to go through? How is she or he going to be able to go through this journey in a pleasant way when some of their love has been taken away from them? Sometimes it's just a touch, just knowing you coming in the house. You don't always have to get along with your partner, but just the security of them coming home, knowing that someone is in the house to protect you, someone in the house to love you, knowing that that significant other is in your presence. That's a comforting feeling. We have to understand that this precious gift is not to be taken advantage of. This precious gift is to be shared by all of us. We should be able to walk through and smile at someone, and we should be able to shake someone's hand. We should be able to do anything knowing that that person understands that this is a gift. Knowing that this person understands that we're sharing something that we all have in common, and that's life. We all have life in common. It doesn't make a difference what color you are. You don't need to look at someone and say, oh, what are they together for? Oh, they don't look right together. You don't understand what their love is for one another. For you to even think that is chaotic. For you to even push your values on someone, for you to judge someone when they have love in their heart for one another, love in their heart for life. And you know, if you're carrying hate in your heart, confusion in your heart, you know the person that, or the individuals I should say, that actually understands that this is a gift, they actually love you. They actually love you. So when you are showing a certain sign to someone who really knows where their heart is, they don't hate you. And for lack of another word to use, they actually feel sorry for you. They actually feel sorry for you because they know the power of love. They know the power of love. Man, there are going to be some complications through this journey. There are going to be some beliefs and some disbeliefs. But the bottom line is, we all are in this together. We all are up under the umbrella of life. We're all up under this great big umbrella. And this is what confuses me. It confuses me because, man, we should be looking out for one another. I don't care what color you are. Man, we should really be looking out for one another. No one is coming back from the dead telling us what's up there, down there, over here, over where. I don't know. No one is coming back. But just by chance, if you even think that there is a heaven or there is a hell, don't you think it's best for all of us to try to get to the golden gates? If there is, and I don't know, if there is a judgment day and you are asked, why did you treat your brother a certain way? Or why did you do this to your sister? And the power within may be talking about someone of a different race. How are you going to answer that question? Well, I did it because what? Because I created all of you all in the image of me. I didn't say there was a certain color that supersedes over another color. I created all of you all. So these are your brothers and these are your sisters. So why would you show them hate? If these questions come to us or come to the one that may be promoting hate in a way where it's destructive to all races, what do you say? Do you feel that's not important? But yet you say you're a follower of the Lord. You are a God-fearing individual, but yet you cannot answer these questions. But you have these feelings inside, and you think that you were born with these feelings. You weren't born with feelings of hate. Something happened. Something happened to you in order for you to create such a feeling, because that wasn't put in you in the beginning. The next time you watch childbirth, you look at this baby coming out, and you look at this child, and you think to yourself, wow, what a beautiful, beautiful baby. That baby knows nothing about hate. Knows nothing about hate. But we as individuals contaminate them. We start to feed their mind and feed their brain and show them pictures and show them acts and ride them around as they get older and start to point at individuals and start to develop something in their mind. When in the beginning they have love in their heart. So who's the monster? Who's the monster here? But we call ourselves civilized. I saw, last week, I saw a cat and a dog playing, chasing each other around the yard, and then I happened to see a bird come down, join in, And the bird was running or flying around, and the cat was chasing the dog was chasing the cat. Then the cat started looking at the bird, and I'm looking at I'm looking at this, and I'm saying, wow, man, wow. These are animals that's supposed to be arch enemies, but they're having a good time. They just, the birds chirping and flying up and down, and the dog and the cat, they're running all around the yard, and I'm just looking. And I'm thinking to myself, you know what? And here we are as humans talking about killing one another. Here we are as humans pointing the finger at someone else because they may not have as much as you have, or they may not live the way you live. Instead of helping them or showing some sort of love, we're doing the opposite. So I started to question myself, and I started to think, who's really the animal? Who's really the animal here now? Because to understand life on a lower level is to understand life on a higher level. They have the basic foundation of what life is about. And you may say to yourself, well, it's survival of the fittest. No. We're the alpha of everything that moves on this planet. We're supposed to be bigger than this. We're supposed to be in control of ourselves. We're supposed to be trying to extend life. We're supposed to be understanding that this life that we have is a gift. This journey that we're on should not only help us as individuals, it should be promoting love to all. We need one another. We need one another. Man, there's no such thing as separation over here and separation over there. We all need to come together and understand that the journey is stronger together. We accomplish more together. When minds come together, great things happen. Great things, different things, great things. Remember that. This is a precious gift that we have. I want to thank you all for tuning in. See you next time.